Deserts are the some scariest places at night. They are endless, dark, and silent. And if you get lost there, hunger and thirst will finish you. But there are something even worse. People say deserts are home to jinn and other unseen creatures. Many horror stories come from these lonely places. Today's story is our tree boy who lived in America. It is not just the one scary story. It's two, and each one is worse than the other. Let's begin with the first one. These three boys live near the mountains, close to the secret area known as Area 51. They had a strange hobby. They loved to explore old, abandoned places. They would visit ancient ruins or deserted houses, take photos, and leave after spending some time there. They were not looking for treasure. They just liked seeing things that were different, things that give them chills. But one day, everything changed. One of the boys, named Silil, said, "These events made us stop going to these places forever." What happened? Let's find out. Silil and his two best friends, Charles and Chalas, were all students around 17 or 18 years old. Their lives were boring. Nothing exciting ever happened. So the only thing that made them feel alive was exploring scary places. One day, Charles came to Silil with something new. He showed him Instagram account that have many flowers, but one post caught his attention. A photo of strange deserts called Mojave Deserts. In the photo, there were all the caves that people had abandoned long ago. They looked mysterious and dangerous. Charles loved the picture. He contacted the man who posted and asked, "Where is this place? I wanted to visit it." The man replied with directions. "Just follow the main road. After some miles, you'll reach the deserts." Excited, Charles told his two friends, "Let's go there this weekend." Silil said, "Charles is not the kind of person who talks a lot. He's quiet, but he's the only one who finds scary places for us. I don't even know how he discovered them." So on Saturday morning, they prepared their car and began their trip to the deserts. The weather was clear and the morning sun shone bright. They drove for hours following the directions carefully. But after a long time, something strange happened. Their phone signals disappeared. No calls, no internet, no connection. They were alone in the middle of the Mojave deserts. They kept driving and searching, but they couldn't find the exact location from the picture. After walking for a while under the hot sun, they decided to give up and go back. They thought the adventure was over. They were wrong. The nightmare hadn't even started yet. Charles, the one who found the place, was most supper of the theory. "Hey guys, we come all this way, there is no turning back." The others hesitated, but finally agreed to keep searching a little long. After walking for some time, Charles suddenly pointed ahead. There was a rocky hill with a small dark opening that looked like a door, just like in the photo. They stopped and stared. They found the place. If only they knew what was waiting for them inside, they would have run back and never returned. They parked their car a few meters away and got out, walking carefully toward the strange cave. Before going in, Charles picked up a large rock and drew inside. They waited and heard the sound of the rock echoing deeper and deeper, each echo getting fainter and fainter. That's when they realized the hole was deep, very deep. Still they decided to go in, each of them carrying flashlights. It was morning outside, but inside the cave it was pure darkness. The air was cold and heavy. The cave seemed to be man-made, like someone had dug it a long time to mine something. As they went deeper, they noticed some old lamps and dusty equipment around. That meant the place used to be work inside, but now it was completely abandoned. They kept walking in silence. No wind, no sound, just the echo of their own footsteps. After a while, they reached what looked like the center of the cave. From there, several tunnels stretched out different directions, each one disappearing into total darkness. The boys stood still, whispering. Finally, they agreed not to split up. They would stay together no matter what. So they chose one tunnel and started walking. As they moved forward, they suddenly heard something. A distant sound. It echoed from deep, getting louder and colder. They stopped immediately. Air turned hazy. Their flashlights flickered. They listened carefully. The sound was strange, like something heavy being dragged across the ground. They couldn't see anything, only the echo of that dragging noise. Closer and closer. They turned off their flashlights to listen better. Silence, total silence. Then suddenly, a loud, horrifying scream tore through the darkness. They froze in fear. Their hearts raced. Salah said, "We're so terrified, we couldn't think. We just ran. We ran with everything we had." They ran back toward the entrance, breathless, their footsteps echoing wildly. But the scariest part, behind them, they could hear footsteps flowing. Someone or something was chasing them. Salah said, "I have never run that fast in my life." We didn't even look back. But then, disaster struck. As Salah ran, he slipped and fell head to the ground. He felt a sharp pain push through his leg. Something hard hit him. It was like a heavy blow. He tried to get up, but his shoe came off and rolled away into the dark. Still with his heart pounding, he forced himself up and ran again. Even on the injured leg, he limped, gasping for breath, until finally he saw the light hit the entrance. He could see his two friends already outside, shouting for him. He ran harder. When he reached the opening, he collapsed to the ground, completely exhausted. His whole body hurt, especially his leg. Charles and Angeles rushed to him and grabbed his arms and pulled him toward the car. They started the engine and sped away from the resort as fast as they could. Lyra, at hospital. Doctors told Salah that his leg was broken several places. He couldn't walk properly for days. He said the pain was terrible, but what scared me most was not the wound. It was that sound, that dragging that flowed us from the dark. Days passed after that terrifying night in the desert. The three boys tried to forget everything. But one day, Charles said something that shocked the others. "Guys," he said, "I have to go back." Salah looked at him confused. Back? Back to that place? Are you crazy? Charles sighed. My backpack fell there. It had important things inside. I can't just leave it. Salah and Charles immediately refused. After what we saw there, you still want to go back? No way. But Charles didn't listen. He said, "I'll go just one last time. I'll look for the bag, and if I didn't find it, I will come back right away." Salah was still injured, his leg not fully healed. But in the end, he agreed to go with him, just to make sure Charles would not get hurt again. They drove back to the same desert, the same empty place filled with desert of fear. Salah said, "That day I told myself if we don't find the bag near the entrance, I'm leaving, and I will never go inside that cave again." When they reached the spot, they searched around carefully. They looked near the entrance, around the rocks, but the bag was gone. Finally, Charles suggested, "Maybe it is still inside. Let's just take one quick look." Reluctantly, Salah followed him. They stopped closer to the dark opening of the cave, and that's when they both froze. Right at the mouth of the cave, they saw something lying on the ground. It was a shoe, Salah's shoe, the same that one had come off when he ran for his life. But now it wasn't normal. It was torn apart, ripped to pieces, as if something had bitten into it. The archers looked shut. The fabric shattered. They stared in silence. No word came out. What could have done this? Carlos whispered. Salah felt his blood run cold. "Let's go," he said. Now. They didn't stay a second longer. They ran back to the car, started in chain, and sped away, never looking back. Even now, seriously, he still doesn't know what bit his shoe that day. Wasn't an animal, or a person, or something else entirely. That mysterious soul haunted him, and it's the reason they never visit again any abandoned or haunted place. Our next story is told by a man named Teacher. He said, I have always loved the nature. I love traveling, camping, spending time in quiet places. First, deserts, anywhere I can breathe freely. TJ had traveled through many forests before. He built tents, cooked outdoors, and even slept under the stars. But his first place was the deserts. He said the desert at night is calm and peaceful. The sky is full of stars. No clouds, no noise. It feels like another world. He also had a girlfriend named TK, a girl who shared his love for nature and adventure. They understood each other deeply, and both loved to explore new places together. One day, while scrolling through social media, TJ saw a post, a photo of beautiful desert landscape. He immediately liked it. The place was about 3 hours away from his city. So on the Friday afternoon, he told TK, let's go there. We'll camp for a few days. They packed their bags, gathered their camping gear, and drove off. After 3 hours, they arrived. It was around 6 p.m., just in the time to watch the sunset. The view was magical, TJ said. The sky was glowing red and orange, and the silence felt like peace itself. They set up their tent and packed their things, planned to stay for 3 nights. That evening, they sat outside, watching the sun disappear beyond the dunes. The air was cool, the sky full of stars. Everything felt perfect. When night came, they went inside their tent to rest. But as they were about to sleep, Teacher heard something, a low humming sound. It was strange, like soft vibration, deep and far. TJ thought for a moment and said to TK, don't worry, it's probably Brad, a bird he had heard about a long ago. What he forgot though was that this was the desert. There were no trees here, no birds, no life. The sun didn't belong to any creature, but TJ didn't realize that. He shrugged it off and went back to sleep. The second night was same, peaceful, within that same mysterious sound echoing in distance. They ignored it again, but on the third night, everything changed. That was the night that would put them their lives in their danger. TJ and TK fell asleep as usual, but around midnight, TJ suddenly woke up and said, I am a light sleeper. Even the smallest sound can wake me. This time, what wakes him wasn't the hum, it was footsteps. Slow, heavy footsteps. Right out their tongues, he froze. Someone or something was walking around them. He could hear the soft crash of the sand under each step. It sounded like someone circling our tent, he said, like they were getting closer and closer. He couldn't move. He was terrified. He whispered to himself, I have no weapon, nothing to protect us, and I am not alone. TK is here. I am responsible for her. TJ said. I tried to listen carefully. The footsteps stopped. The movement outside, it was gone. No, there was silence, totally heavy silence, and the sound of his own heartbeat thumping fast in his chest. He lay still, holding his breath. Then suddenly, he heard another sound. A small, sharp noise, like a tiny click you hear when someone lights a cigarette. He froze. It was quietly at first, he said. But then I saw something, a faint light glowing from the outside the tent. At first it was small, then the light grew brighter, brighter and brighter. And before he could understand what was happening, he realized the tent was on fire. The cloth above him was burning. Flames spreading fast, smoke filling the air. I jumped up in shock. TJ said. I woke up TK. I jumped in a shock. TJ said. I woke up TK, pushed all our stuff out, and dragged her outside. They stumbled out into the cold desert night. The tent behind them burning fiercely, orange flames lighting up the sun. TJ said, I thought it was a person. I really believe someone had set our tent on fire. But when he looked around, there was no one. No footsteps, no sign of movement, nothing. Just a quiet desert wind and the dying crackles of the fire. Who did this? He shouted into the dark. No answer. Something wanted to bury us alive, he whispered. But what was it? A person? A gen? A wind? He didn't know. He would never know. After they managed to pull some dirt things from the flame, they put out the fire and gathered what was left. They were shaking, terrified, but alive. That night, they made a decision. They packed everything they could, and without wasting a minute, they headed back to their car. The drive was silent. TJ held the ticket's hand tightly, afraid to let it go. But just as they thought they were safe, that same song came again. The low hunting hum they had heard every night before. This time it wasn't far away. It came from inside the car. The song was right behind us. TJ said, I didn't even dare to turn around. I just pressed the gas pedal faster and faster. They drove through the rough desert road at full speed until finally they reached the highway. They were under the street lights. TJ saw another car passing by, and in that moment, his heart finally calmed. He called the police immediately and told them everything. They listened, confused. No one could explain what had happened in the desert. In that desert. TJ said, that night I kept thinking, if wasn't such a light sleeper, if I hadn't waked up at that exact moment, we would have burned alive. No one would have ever found our bodies. He took a deep breath and finished his story with these words. That was the last time I ever camped in desert. I will never go back there again. This was the story. 2 tales of terror in desert. Mysterious, haunting, and unforgettable. If you enjoy the story, stay close. More true and chilling tales are coming soon. Until next time, good night and be careful where you travel.